Hello friends, I am Shubhendu Chakravarti. Here I am presenting my fourth video. My first three videos were based on the introduction to data communication. In this lecture 1.1.4, I will be discussing about the unguided media. Now unguided media does not require any conduit to pass through. The signal transmits through the electromagnetic waves and it does not require any physical medium. It is kind of wireless transmission. And this unguided media is air, which is the medium through which it is transmitting. And this transport electromagnetic waves without using any physical conductor. These types of communication is often referred as wireless communication. Now you can see this unguided media is further divided into three categories. One is radio waves, one is microwaves, and the third is infrared. The propagation method using these unguided signals which travels from source to destination is in these three ways: through ground, through sky, and line of sight. You can see here it is through ground, here it is through sky, where this is going to the ionosphere and coming back, and the third one is line of sight, which is two antennas see each other and then the communication takes place. This is explained thoroughly in this slide, where it travels to the lowest portion of the atmosphere hugging the earth. These are low frequency signals which emanate in all directions from the transmitting antenna and followed the curvature of the panel. Distance depends on the amount of power in this signal. Sky propagation is for higher frequency radio waves which radiates upward into the ionosphere as shown in the last slide and reflect back to the earth. This allows a greater distance. And third of is the line of sight, where shown in the picture. There is a very high frequency signals that are transmitted in straight line directly from the antenna to antenna, where antennas must be directional facing each other, and line of sight propagation is strictly because radio transmissions cannot be completely focused. Let us see, there is a ground wave which is a transmission antenna is transmitting here and the receiver antenna is receiving here. In case of ionosphere, which is being projected in the form of yellow light, here it goes from the antenna, it strikes back and reflects to the earth's surface, again goes to the ionosphere, comes back, and that is the way it reaches the receiving antenna. Let's see electromagnetic spectrum through which the unguided media transports electromagnetic waves without using any physical conductor. This starts from a very low frequency, let us say it is 10 Hz, and it goes into various spectrum, and finally there are visible light, infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet light, X-ray, gamma ray, and cosmic rays. You can see in this slide that how the radio waves are propagating. The range of frequencies of the radio wave is 30 kHz to 300 GHz. The sending and receiving antennas need not to be aligned like in other cases, and the waves sent by the sending antenna can be received by any receiving antenna in its range. Now somebody is talking and through his voice the microphone is converting it into signals, and which is being transmitted through various channels and reaching to the broadcasting antenna. Finally it is going to this, and this broadcasting antenna is transmitting the electromagnetic waves in this format, and it reaches to the various other receiving antennas. Application of radio waves are especially because it flows in all directions because they are omnidirectional, and it is useful for multicasting where one sender and many other receivers are there, like our FM radios, television, cordless phones, etc. And this radio transmission is mainly used for wide area networks and mobile cellular phones. This covers large area. It can penetrate through walls. Radio transmission is having a very high transmission rates, and in case of the radio wave, sending and receiving end are not aligned, and the wave sent by the sending antenna can be received by any antenna in this area. Next is microwave. Microwave is a very popular communication system which is having two different categories or schemes for transmitting. One is terrestrial microwave transmission, another one is satellite microwave transmission. The frequency range varies from 1 GHz to 1000 GHz. Let us see terrestrial microwave transmission. This terrestrial microwave transmission focuses the beam of radio signal from one ground-based microwave antenna to the other. These are unidirectional, and the sending antenna, receiving antenna is to be aligned, like you can see from this video, this picture, that the sending antenna is aligned with the one of the between or you can say receiving antenna, which again receives back to the other end. So by this method you can see there are pictures of the actual antennas taken. So they are aligned for the line of sight transmission. Characteristic of microwave: the frequency range, as I said, it is in a gigahertz. It is having a bandwidth of 1 to 10 Mbps. It is inexpensive for the short distances, and it is expensive if it is for higher tower, etc. with building. And the attenuation means the loss. It is affected by the environmental conditions. There are certain disadvantages. One is eavesdropping, that means the signal creates insecure communication. Any malicious user can take and catch the signals in the air by using its own antenna. It is very serious as per the point of security. It goes into out of phase, sometimes susceptible to the weather condition. If the weather is difficult or bad, it will distort the signal. An allocation of bandwidth is limited because of it is governed by the other authorities. Next is the satellite microwave communication. You can see that a satellite is roaming around the earth. Here there is a satellite which is also roaming, and the satellite is also there. So it is receiving and taking antennas. So satellite is a physical object which is rotating, and its communication is more reliable nowadays because of its there is no need of any cable or any fiber optic system. We can communicate with any point of this at any time of time. So the satellite which is rotating here looks like this, and this moving satellite. The satellite accepts the signal that is transmitted from the earth station, and it amplifies the signal. The amplified signal is retransmitted through a transponder from this. Now there is a communication which is going to this receiving antenna, or sorry, transmitting antenna. Then it goes to the satellite, and from satellite it reaches to the other place. And then when he speaks, it also became the other way round, and the signal comes from this then becomes a receiving antenna, and thus a communication is being established. That is how the satellite is working. It has certain advantages. The coverage area of satellite is much more than the terrestrial microwave, and the cost is also depending upon the distance. Satellite communication used for mobile and wireless, easy to install. It used in wide variety of applications such as radio, TV, and other broadcasting and mobile communication systems. There are certain disadvantages because the cost is very high, and satellite needs to be monitored and controlled on regular basis so that it remains in the orbit, and the life of the satellite is 10 to 12 years or 12 to 15 years. and that is why it becomes non-functional after that and needs to be changed. Next is infrared. We are very familiar with the infrared because we are using these in a television or some other remotes. It is also wireless technology. It works in this frequency, and you can see the generation and application of infrared. It is used for short ranges, like it is a transmitting pro infrared. The signal is being generated, and through this setup there is a light source which eliminates light, which emits light, and it falls on the receiver part, which is another optically isolated signal, and thus it is amplified and it sends the wave in different pulses. Like you said, there is one object which is transmitting, another object which is receiving. Here we come to the end of part 1.1.4, and see you in next video, where we will be discussing about the serial and parallel communication, how the signal travels in serial form and how the signal travels in parallel forms. So please keep watching and wait for my next video. Thank you very much.